Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again. Everybody, it's your host with the most. Look, shots have been fired big time. I don't know a wagwan, but it does not look good. This is between Buju Banton and his son. Alright, and I'm going to go into details here and fill you in from start to where it's at now. I can't say finish because this is not finished. Alright, so the first headline I saw was police reports are yet to be filed in the Buju Banton Marcus altercation. So apparently there was an altercation between Buju Banton and his son. These messages that you'll be reading along the way are messages that his son let out on social media, to include calling his father a Batman and a cokehead, and asking Donald Trump to take him back, lock him up in prison, and hoping that Buju Banton would actually die in prison. So it is that serious. So the first one says, from Loop, shout out to the Loop. Social media was lit up Thursday night as news broke of an apparent dust-up between Buju Banton and his son Marcus Myrie. I don't know if y'all know it. Marcus Myrie has become something of his own. Producer extraordinaire who has produced some of the best dancehall reggae music, rhythms, beats, instrumentals for artists to do their big hit songs on. Okay? While his dad was away serving his almost a decade in prison. So there was a dust-up between Marcus and Buju, a dancehall producer known for several hit rhythms. Less than 48 hours before the heavily anticipated Long Walk to Freedom show on Saturday. I cannot make this up. I'm telling you right now, people, that Jamaica is sold out as far as planes are landing. Them full. All the car rental places and hotels are booked out. Don't ask me, call them and see if you think I'm lying. Buju Banton has brought a lot of people to the island just to see him perform again. So this is no small concert that's about to be happening. And less than 48 hours before, this is what's taking place. A big old messed up feud between Buju and his son. That was 48 hours. I'm going to bring you in even closer to less than 24 hours. Stay tuned. In a series of posts on Instagram, Marcus blasted his famous superstar dad, which is Buju Banton, while asking President Trump of the US to send him back to prison. So much drama since December is one of the things that Marcus wrote. So much drama since December. This man needs to go back to prison and dead in there. Now can you imagine your own child saying that you need to go back to prison and die in prison after you did 10 years in prison? You would think this child would be like, oh man, my dad's home, I'm happy. Yes, daddy came home. No, but his first public anything to the media is that you should go back to prison and dead in there, and asking Donald Trump, why pray, come for Buju Banton, and tagged Buju Banton in the post on Instagram. It is that serious. In another post, Marcus wrote, and you know you're fucked up when you come from prison and out of your 17 children, not even 10 was genuinely happy for you that daddy is back. So yes, if you didn't know it, Buju Banton has 17 children. But that's nothing to be alarmed about, right? He's a Rasta man, just to be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. He's holding the order, so he is doing so. Alright, 17 children. And Marcus, one of his children, are saying not even 10 of them was happy. And said, yes, daddy, come home. Wow. Yo, great artist, yes. But write me off of your list, pussy, is what he wrote. Marcus dropped a hint that there may be other repercussions stemming from the incident, as he intimated that he will be pressing charges, which means that the confrontation may have been on a physical nature. So, wow, Buju drip him up, beat him up in the studio, I don't know. However, the Corporate Communication Unit, the information arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, said that there has been no formal report made yet. Stick a pin. I'm going to tell you something. There was a report made. We're going to do a follow-up, but let me finish reading this first. We have no reports as of yet laid in relation to these allegations or this incident at this time, the representative of the CCU told Loop News. Reggae and dancehall fans are aghast that these personal incidents may throw off the whole vibe of the massive concert planned for Saturday at the National Stadium. Gossip sites have been running with the salacious news. Parents love, respect, and can't understand is a two-way street. But my mother never grew me if you take disrespect. Batman, you can't talk to me anyhow you want. That is what Buju Banton's son also wrote. Me not have to itch up round you for nothing. And me not stretch out my hand to you or depend upon you and it hurt. So you can't take me for liberty. Don't. But blessed is the child that has his own. Oh, I may press charges. Is what he also ended the rant notes by saying. Marcus ended his rant by saying this. Fucking cokehead. To all the people who are in arms or up in arms when SouFLoTV curses, I have to read this to you exactly how it's going down, okay? So keep in mind that I don't curse just to curse. But for him to call his father a cokehead, listen, there's always been speculations and or stories of people who had been around Buju in earlier times and recent times that are saying, well, I can't say recent as in released from prison, but earlier times that let out stories of the man using cocaine. Now, I wasn't there, I don't know, I'm just saying I heard, right? Now, to call your father a Batman and say him can't believe, say, your father, the man who sing Boom Bye Bye, is actually one of the biggest Batman in Jamaica. Marcus, that is a serious accusation, brother. But I want the people to understand this. See, I'm going to be the generational gap here, because I can relate to both generations and I'm somewhere in the middle, right? See, Marcus' generation now is like, you know, like what I say, move from as a Batman. They use the term Batman loosely. But of course, there are people out there now who are going to say, yeah, man, him just 10 years in a foreign prison. Everybody will go in there, so them get them. No. They use the term loosely. You don't like what I just said? You're a Batman. You're not coming to the party I invited you to? You are Batman. You're not subscribing to my channel? You are Batman. That's how they use Batman loosely. So I don't think that's what Marcus meant when he called his father a Batman, but to call Donald Trump and say, why come get Buju Banton, and he wants Buju Banton to go back to prison and hope him dead in there. I mean, there's something serious going on below the surface, right? Now, I could be SouFLoTV classic and think outside the box and tell you people that wise people in the industry understand how to manipulate the industry. As long as everything is okay at home behind the scenes with your family, it's all good. You sell the public what the public wants to buy. And if they're buying a whole lot of it and you sell them a whole lot of what they're buying, it only equals ka-ching money to you. Okay? Money in the bank. What I'm saying is, a lot of artists make up fake news, drama, play it all the way up. This is, you're talking about a few hours before Buju Banton Long Walk to Freedom epic concert is about to kick off. And all this becomes unraveled. Wow. What side are you thinking on right now? Still, the stage is still set for Buju Banton's post-prison concert at the National Stadium in Kingston, and the show will mark the beginning of his Long Walk to Freedom tour, which is also a welcome home show set for mass camp on Friday. Now, listen, it no end there, so it didn't end there, and I want people to understand this. I've seen relatives fight, and one thing you don't do is you do not get in the middle of relatives fighting. I've seen husband and wife fight, and the husband thump up the wife, you know. A man jumping at the middle, and guess what end up happening? Husband and wife, even the wife that was getting thump up, turn around and start help the husband beat the man that was grabbing the husband off of her. Me say brother and brother fight and stranger jump in, and the two brother end up bust up the man that jump in the middle. and tech side, and so I'm not taking any sides in this one. I'm just putting it out there. Now, for a more up-to-date update, this is March 15th, and this is where we're at. As of today, there may be potential fallout regarding the alleged altercation between Buju Banton, Myrie, and his son Marcus Myrie, a dancehall producer known for several dancehall hit rhythms. The Corporate Communication Unit, the information arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, has officially confirmed that a formal report has been made regarding an alleged assault at Gargamel Music Studios in St. Andrew. So remember, his son, Buju Banton's son, actually said, "Me I press charges." And guess what? The Constabulary Force in Jamaica is now reporting that charges have been filed, or yes, reporting that a formal report rather has been made regarding alleged assault. So people were speculating. See there? They said at the end he said, "Me I press charges," and then put charges in big words, all caps. And now the police is reporting to a news entity, Loop News, coming out of Jamaica, that yes, there has been a statement that has been filed. So, I wonder if charges are going to be filed next. A report has been made to the Constant Spring Police in regards to the Buju Banton matter, and a statement will be released soon. Deputy Superintendent of Police Dahlia Garrick of the CCU told Loop News reporter Mr. Claude Mills. This development comes one day. Now at this time as I'm doing this report, I will say comes a few hours before this development comes, a few hours before the heavily anticipated Long Walk to Freedom show on Saturday. On Thursday night, a series of posts on Instagram story, Marcus blasted his famous superstar dad while asking President Trump to send him back to prison, right? You've seen all the posts here so far. I've posted them here for you, so you can pause your device and you can read every one of them. So much drama since December. That one stuck with me. For him to say so much drama since December, this man needs to go back to prison and dead in there. Donald Trump, why pre? Come for Buju Banton. He also intimated that the confrontation may have been a physical nature, right? And of course, according to the police report that has been confirmed now, assault charges or assault was a part of what was reported. And he threatened to press charges, and he actually went ahead and made the report. Now it's up to them to go ahead with the charges. Buju Banton's first post-prison concert at the National Stadium in Kingston will be the first stop of his Long Walk to Freedom tour, and I am hoping that he has not put his foot in doo-doo caca, and that is going to hamper his tour, have him caught up in legal issues in Jamaica to where he's not able to leave to honor those dates that has already been booked. Now, let me say this. When a man does a decade in prison, right, you leave your child that's 9 going on 10 years old, and you leave a child. You come back home, and that child is 20, now an adult. 18 is considered an adult. In Jamaica, 16 is the age of consent. So 4 years removed will be 20. I'm not saying that Marcus is 20. I'm saying Abigail Buju's daughter is about 20, 21 when he came home, and she was a minor when he left, right? Just to give you an idea, because his son said certain things that we need to take into consideration. Now, I'm not making excuses for Buju Banton, but Buju Banton may be this big, grandiose artist extraordinaire to people, someone high up on a pedestal, but in all reality, where's Garnet Silk when you need him? Because Garnet Silk said, a man is just a man, Rasta. You understand? A man is just a man. And very few people are able to do 10 years in prison and then come back and just piece all the pieces together in their life concerning children and wife and business and everything else, and all these responsibilities, and everything just falls back into place, finances and everything, and just runs as smoothly as possible with not a hitch, right? So we might be seeing the unraveling, or we might be seeing what is the scratching of the surface of what's really going on behind the scenes. Although Marcus is talking a lot, he might still not be talking really a lot. You understand? So it leaves me to think, is there way more that's going on behind the scenes? Somebody said to me today, you know, SouFlo, we know Buju Banton, you know, the artist, you know. We don't know Mark Myrie, you know. We don't know the man separated from the artist. You understand? And it's true. We don't live in Buju's house. We're not around him and his children or him and his son when they're in the studio and it's a one-on-one confrontation or a one-on-one dealing. We don't know what the relationships are like between him and his 17 children, each individual one. We don't know how he is as a person. We're not there when the man wake up in the morning. We don't know if him wake up and burn a spliff. We don't know if him wake up and wash him face, brush him teeth and kneel down and say a prayer first. We don't know if him get up and cook breakfast for the family and say I'm happy to be home, or if he's traumatized going through some PTSD because of things he had witnessed and endured while doing his time. We don't know where he's at as a person right now. We just know that it's Buju Banton and he's free, and a lot of us are happy that he's from behind those bars and he's free. But it seems like his son is not, and has even gone to the length of making it public that he's not. Now let's say this. A lot of times we say things when we're upset. Yeah? And we say things that when we're no longer upset, we wish we could take those things back. But those things have gone out into the world already. And I'm talking about like a husband and a wife arguing. And the husband say, you big pussy girl, move your blood clot and go. Remember I told y'all, pardon me for my cursing, but I have to make a point. Alright. And she over there, you small dick a long time, and I feel nothing from you. Go. Your ego bigger than your penis. You can't make me come. These are things that hurt to the core. That can be damaging because now your sex life is mashed up. You can't even look at each other anymore the same way with lust and all the things that you looked at to make it joyful in the bedroom anymore, right? It can be the same thing in this kind of relationship, but here's the issue. That's something said in the privacy of a home between husband and wife. And them can take years and patch that over, or live with a lousy sex life because they're no longer attracted to each other. But when you send it out to the world and you are both public figures, because Marcus Myrie is a public figure in his own right, aside from his dad, and his dad is even a megastar. So you have a megastar dad and you yourself are a star, and now your business is out in the streets like this. My dad's a Batman. The man will sing Boom Bye Bye, biggest Batman in the country. It's you're saying things that you're angry, and you're saying things, and at the time you feel I'm venting, right? But guess what? The public, brother, is not going to just think, oh, he's just venting. I just talking my talk, man. No, there are people that are going to use this to form a image of your father that they are not going to let go anytime soon. I can tell you this, thinking outside the box again, if this is a publicity ploy, then stadium was going to be packed already for the Buju Banton concert. But this is going to make stadium extremely packed, because I'm sure people are going to show up just to look at Buju Banton's face when he comes out, just to see. And Buju can't come out and not mention anything about this, because this is huge, and him say him have a lot to talk about. So we're gonna have to see Does he come out and address all these things? Or does he come out and pretend that none of this is happening and he's Buju Banton, the megastar, and he's just picking up where he left off at and gonna take you on a joyous ride of music and melodies and just, good night everybody, have a blessed life. Jah Rastafari, and done. We will see. I'm gonna close this video out by saying this. I'm a huge fan of Buju Banton, and I have been for a very long time. His music has brought me through many deployments and many tough times in my own personal life. I even turned to Rastafari because of Buju Banton. I'm not afraid to say it, right? At one point in life. And then I became a fan of his son also because of his genius, right? So I just hope that the two of them can patch this up here, so for the betterment of them. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.